on Love Morning. We are getting started. See if we are live. I keep singing to make sure my voice is broadcasting through YouTube and Facebook. And if you can't hear my voice, then it's time to start. Welcome to Love Morning Now. Welcome to the show. We're gonna share some gratitude. Together it will grow. Love Morning. Love Morning Now. Welcome. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. It is a beautiful hump day. It is an opportunity for us to get aligned with the highest version of ourselves. Maybe not even the highest, just the kind of baseline version of us that we want to be, aligned with values that make us feel like, yeah, that was a good way to spend the day. I'll suggest some. You chew on it if you like, swallow if you like it, spit it out if you don't. That's the Belief Buffet way. Connection, kindness, gratitude, presence. What else? Authenticity. I think love can kind of encapsulate all of that, but I find like trying to be a love ambassador, sometimes love is a little amorphous. But those ones, if I have an opportunity to, is this an opportunity to be kind? Is this an opportunity to connect? It's an easy click in the direction of that. This morning, went for a walk. Actually, a walk jog. And had an opportunity to say good morning to a few people. And had 100% response rate of good morning back. Good morning, Brandy. Brandy says, I'm grateful to be here. Me too. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning to you. What's everyone grateful for today? I'm grateful that my shoulder and back is feeling better than it did in the middle of last night. I was not in a good state. I couldn't sleep. I was woke up from the pain in my shoulder. I took some Advil in the middle of the night. I took some when I woke up this morning. So I'm grateful for Advil. Grateful for the state of my body, hopefully healing, letting go of whatever constriction is causing me that pain, and hopefully some clarity as to what is causing that pain so I can avoid it in the future and be healthy in my choices and actions. Humility is a good one. Yes. There's a good... humility is one of the things where you really need to balance in your life, self-esteem and humility. I saw this really beautiful video recently by an author named Neff. I've talked about it a few times because it resonates a lot, and I thought about it a lot, about the difference between self-compassion and self-worth, or self-esteem. And that often in the self-esteem movement of the 90s and trying to raise kids with self-esteem, there was a pattern of comparison, of saying that you are so good at this, and kind of this messaging that you're better than others, and that's why you have value, because you're good, you're better than others, you're better than average. And it's a really dangerous thing because not everybody can be better than average. And even more sinister is that built into that type of self-esteem is comparison. And so to have a healthy self-esteem, you have to make these micro judgments and say, okay, I'm doing better than that person. At least I'm better than that person. At least I'm better than them. I'm doing better than that. Instead of just self-compassion, which is like, I am doing the best that I can for me. I am doing great. I am me. Therefore I am good. Not I am good because I am better than them. That was a revelation to me. That just awareness, like, oh right, that there's a part of that self-esteem that requires judgment of others. Ooh. And so it's that that's part of the humility. Like, oh wait, I want to bring in that awareness of, I'm not better than anyone. I am just right as me. That's the only measuring stick that I need is, am I doing the best I can with what I got in this moment? And guess what? The answer is always yes. The answer is always yes. Even if by some standards I could try harder, not really, because in that moment you're struggling with other issues and traumas and insecurities and whatever. So you're doing the best you can. Always. Everyone is. Now you can work on aspects, you can focus on things, you can say, if that's the best I can do in that moment, but it's because of my insecurity in this area, I want to work on that insecurity so that my best can be less inhibited by that aspect of my struggles. Does that make any sense? But the grand equation of the choices we make, we cannot help but do the best that we can with what we got. That's the only option. That's the only thing that we can do. That's actually a philosophical question. Brene Brown talks about that. Some people believe that's true. Everyone does the best they can. Some people don't. Guess which school I'm in? Yes. People do the best they can with what they got. Good morning, John. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Rachel and Natasha. Good morning, Steve. Brandy is grateful that her therapist kept their morning appointment this morning despite insurance being inactive. Well, that is an awesome relationship. And interesting. Brandy's having an issue with the video pausing while typing. I'm not sure why that would cause that. Renee says, I am grateful to acknowledge my feeling this morning and to be able to communicate with them, discovering more about why I'm feeling uncomfortable. Good for you. Gerbot saying, actually a great way to live a life without regret, knowing that you're always doing the best you can. Right? I was in a conversation recently where I used to joke that my parents, when people asked them about me, they would say, we believe he has good values, but we don't agree with all of his choices. And I think that's part of the doing the best you can. Like, if you can look back and say, I was acting according to my values, even if the choices I made were not the ones I would make again, I did the best I could in the moment with what I had, with the knowledge I had, with my insecurities, with my traumas, whatever. Like, that was the best I could do then. Now I would do differently. But it's an easy way to let go of regret. And as you said, Gerbot, when you can go, look, when you know better, you do better. I think that's Maya Angelou, I think, said that. Not exactly sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Natasha says, it's nice to catch us before work. I am grateful. Whoops, I lost it. I'm struggling, but I'm grateful for my words. I am doing the best I can with what I've got, says Natasha. Well, sending you love in your struggles. I'm grateful for the men's retreat weekend that I had this last weekend in Catalina, my first time there. And one of the things that come up is someone said, do hard things. And I'll admit that my previous chapter of my life, I would have disagreed with that. Maybe intellectually, but I was not doing hard things. I was erring on the side of comfort and ease and a little bit of a hedonism. Not hedonism at the expense of others. I think you could, but hedonism in that if it could be easy, why not make it easy? And I disagree with that idea now. I think that a life well lived is embracing more of that suffering, more of that discomfort, more of that awkwardness, and not for just not like, I mean, actually I was gonna say not for no reason, but I mean even like cold plunges and things, like there is something to be said for adjusting your system to have resilience and to appreciate good things. You know, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but you know that hit yourself in a hammer and it feels so good when you stop. But there's so much of the good stuff is on the other side of struggle, and it's so difficult to know that while you're struggling. I look back at the last 3.5, almost 4 months of my life, and there was some real painful parts. If you've been following along, you've watched me go through some of them. And now I'm so grateful that I didn't try to avoid or numb or try to skip the tough parts. John says, it's going to be a great day. You have my daughter for the summer now. Awesome. Enjoy. What a treat that must be. Crystal is here. Good morning. Crystal says, I'm grateful for pudding. It's my dad's birthday, and he wants a chocolate pie to celebrate. So happy he asked for what he wanted, that I can show him that I love him with something as simple as crust and pudding. Oh, I love that, Crystal. You know, the proof is in the pudding. I'm just so glad that I had an opportunity to say that. That's one of my favorite, like, idioms. Is that what it's called? The proof is in the pudding, which, what the fuck does that mean? But when it comes to your love, the proof is in the pudding. Boom! Nailed it. Good morning, Faith. Hello to you in Key West. Man, really? No, you're unable to get your meds. That freaking sucks. You know, it's a dangerous thing when people don't have access to meds that, especially ones that there are street versions of them, and then street versions of them have way scary downsides. I'm not speaking about you specifically, Natasha. I'm just thinking of, I have a friend who did not have access to his pain meds anymore and then got them on the street and is now dead. A couple decades of Adderall and then pulling it away. That's fucking rough. Well, I'm grateful that you've got something else to try and thinking the best for you. Crystal says, practice makes permanent. If we practice the easiest way, we don't consistently level up. Got to reach higher and flex harder to grow. It's true. There's you build confidence in yourself. You build faith in yourself. That I was talking to a friend who went on I think a 8 or 9 month elimination diet with no sugar whatsoever, not even in ketchup or anything. And part of the gift of that experience was building a faith in themselves that they could do hard things. There's a lot. I've been in coaching where a huge part of the process is learning to trust yourself. And you have to follow through. You have to, okay, I'm going to do this, and then you do it, and then you go, okay, I can trust myself. If you don't have that trust, like right now, I do not trust myself not to eat ice cream. I just don't, because I have not proven it to myself. Chris says, I'm grateful for my transmissions and to be able to witness to yours. Thank you. Much love. Well, thank you, Chris. Good morning. I appreciate the little side conversation about medications. I hope people can be helpful to one another. Good luck, everyone. Gearbot put a little nice hammer emoji in chat about hitting yourself with a hammer. Nice. Brandy says, I have a lot that I need to work on self-forgiveness around. I'm working and loving with it, but man, I definitely have an adventure ahead with this. Lamb says, I'm grateful for today. Me too. I'm grateful for the drizzly walk run I just went on and stopped at the Sri Chinmoy statue that's down the block. I'm so grateful that I live in a safe neighborhood and grateful that there's this beautiful little mini park that is a nice destination for a run. Grateful for a running partner this morning and some inspiration, and grateful for a beautiful present moment and some exciting things in the future. Grateful for the faith that I'm building in myself to deal with discomfort and uncertainty. I've got plans to go to Element 11 in Utah. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. And I have some anxiety about it. Will I be able to get the Hugmobile functional enough to drive all the way to Utah? If I don't do the Hugmobile, what will I do? Can I get enough camping gear together? What will the weather be like there? Will it be so hot that I'll be miserable? Or do I have faith that things will work out? And even if it's hard, I will endure and will find the lessons and the growth in whatever happens. That's where you want to be. That's where I want to be. And I'm building that faith, that trust in myself over time, which is what we want to do in ourselves and in our relationships. You know, build that trust over showing up and paying attention and showing yourself. I think for me also paying attention is part of it, because I can, if I don't note the evidence in favor of what I want to believe and know, I will forget it and I will focus on evidence to the contrary. Like my mind will remember being hot and uncomfortable and not remember the blessings of the experience. All right, we're gonna do a hug in just a minute. So last chance to share some gratitude if you want. Griffin, what a treat. Griffin is grateful for the complex story tailored for each and every one of us to teach us what we still must learn and to connect us to the people and opportunities we are meant to find. Boom! Well said, brother. And good to see you. Faith says, I highly recommend Faith. Well, you would know. Well, thanks for all the comments and the gratitude. And we will anchor this. Natasha is also grateful for knowing that this too shall pass. Boom, boom, boom. Little truth bombs as we gather for a hug here. So for wherever you are. Oh, Gerbot says, grateful for an opportunity to share what we've learned and earned. Yes. Awesome, man. Coming in fast and furious for some closing wisdom. Thanks, everyone. Let's have a hug. Wherever you are, give yourself a big squeeze and feel yourself connected to all the people that have shared here, all the people that have stopped in and aligned their hearts with this connected, kind, present, grateful expression of humanity, knowing that we're all more alike than we are different, that we're all doing our best in this wild task of being a human. So let's have forgiveness for ourselves, forgiveness for others, know that we're doing the best we can with what we got, and is everyone. So let's sink into that Take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful ambassadors of love, thanks for being here for this Love Morning, this Hug Nation gathering. I love you. Have a beautiful day. We're here every day if you want to start the day with some gratitude and connection. Love you.